Yo guys, and welcome back in towards this next video that we look at the price of Bitcoin ahead of ourselves. Okay, leave a comment if you have any idea who I was supposed to be there. I'll give you a clue. It's a very moon boy type crypto YouTuber. Anyway, much respect to the guy himself because I do like his channel, and I do like how he's always very optimistic about the price of Bitcoin and crypto in general. Now, the other day I was mentioning the fact that we've got these 6 weekly red candles in a row, and this will be the case unless in the next 1 day and 15 hours the price of Bitcoin gets over pretty much gets over 40k, which I can't quite see it doing, to be honest. Now, the last time this happened was in 2014, and there's no ByBit data that goes back that far. So if I go to the Bitstamp data on TradingView, you can see that in 2014, it was here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 25th of August 2014 until the 29th of September 2014, got 6 red candles in a row. Now, what did it do after that? Okay, well, what it did was it just meandered for a while, quite a while actually. So it barely changed for 399 days, so over a year. Okay, that's what it did. Now, I'm hoping that won't happen again, but it might, of course. Now, back then, Bitcoin had gone up to $1,173, and I wasn't in the space at the time, but I believe at that point everyone was really ecstatic because a lot of people had bought Bitcoin at less than $1. And they sold it with 1,000x profit, which must have felt amazing. And they must have felt rather smug when it came down with these 6 candles. Where's it gone? Here. It came down here. 308 days later, it had come down 77%. So, of course, what happened after that, back in 2014, when the price of Bitcoin was $341, it did go as high. Yeah, it got to $20,000, which was, for a long time, that was the all-time high that everybody was talking about, and people were saying, will it ever get back there again? And that's kind of when I joined the space, kind of around here, sort of like 2020. I think it was early 2020. I did have a tiny bit of Bitcoin back in 2018, but it was only like $300 worth. But then I started, getting hold of some Bitcoin seriously kind of at the end of 2019, start of 2020. So that was kind of here. So then I was kind of dreaming of it going back to 20k. Now, of course, that did happen round about December 2020, which I remember that was when a lot of my friends were getting interested in Bitcoin, in crypto. And it was exciting stuff because people were thinking, will it go to beyond 20k, and I think it got to 25k on the 25th of December that year on Christmas Day, and I just thought that was the best Christmas present ever. And of course, since then it went up to major highs. So from those 6 weekly candles that were all red, the price did go right up to almost 70k, and there you were talking about a 15,628% increase in price, which is phenomenal, isn't it? In fact, when I had friends who were, they were started buying Bitcoin at kind of 54k, 60k, and that kind of thing, and I was saying, beware, there will be a 40% retracement at some point. And it's actually been a bit more, hasn't it? Because 40 would have brought us down to kind of 41,000, and at the moment we're actually down to nearly 50% down, hovering around 35, 36k. So what am I trying to say? All I'm trying to say is this occurrence of the 6 weekly red candles is rare, and the last time it happened, it went sideways for a while, and then it shot up a load. And it could easily do the same again. Now, I know we shouldn't really pay much attention to fractals and things like that, but in the worst case scenario, it would do what happened here back in June of 2018, when it broke this trend line here. And this trend line then became resistance rather than support. And that was the case right until December 2020, when it broke the trend line, went above it, and then it came back here in July last year. And all of a sudden this trend line was now support rather than resistance, so it bounced up again. Now I'm hoping, as we're getting pretty close to this trend line again, I'm hoping that's going to bounce again, and if it does, I'd like to see something like this again. So if we use this bars pattern and we think, okay, well, it came down here, so we're looking for a kind of pattern like that, maybe, then that could take us back up to 74k, at which point you've broken the last all-time high and it could actually go much further. Or we could just be in some kind of parallel channel like that. Either way, I'd be happy. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for it not breaking this trend line here at around 34.3, 34.4, that kind of thing. So if it's staying above there, I'm quite happy and I'm still quite bullish. So that's my bullish take on it. If you want to see the bearish side of it, you can watch almost any other YouTuber's video, and at the moment they're all talking about it crashing down to below 30k. It might do. For me, I'm quite hopeful that round about here will be the bottom. And if you remember the ByBit chart I was looking at here, this double bottom I drew a while ago is still completely valid. And as I keep mentioning, the right cheek of the bottom needs to be higher than the left cheek. And while that's still the case, to me, that's still a valid pattern. And that is a very bullish pattern. So while everybody is very, very bearish, I'm actually quite bullish. But meanwhile, I do expect, this is kind of zoomed in a lot, I do expect that the price might still come down to here, hopefully bounce there and then go back up. Now, bearing that in mind, I've got that Ethereum trade that I started yesterday, and it worked out quite good at first because it sort of picked up this wick here. It just dipped down there, filled in my first order because I had 2 orders set. So my actual entry price was 2,640, and I had a second order set down here at 2,588. And just after it kind of wicked down there and filled the order, it went up to here, up to about 2,723, and there was well over $100 in profit up here. And it's come down a little bit since. So I'm not quite sure what to do, really. I'm not sure to just leave it open or if I think it might come back down here. But I think while it's the weekend, it might not go up any further than here. So what I might do, actually, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set a take profit at 2,723. So I'm going to go here and take profit at 2,723. Okay, so that will make 0.055 ETH. So that sets the take profit up there. And then I'm going to get rid of this order here because that's fairly irrelevant now. So I'll just cancel that one. And then I'm going to put a stop loss at about 2% in profit. So maybe somewhere like 2,652. Let's have a look at that. So 2,652. And that will give a 2.26%. I can probably go a bit lower, actually. I mean, if it comes down here, then I'm not going to make much money, but at all. Probably make about $10, but it's just so I don't lose any money. So, okay, so if it goes down, hits the stop loss, it will make 2%. If it goes up and hits my take profit, it will make 15.24%. So I'm happy with that. And now that's a no-risk trade because either way, I'm not going to lose any money. Okay, so that's what I'm doing with Ethereum. Bitcoin, I'm just going to keep an eye on it. And if it goes really low, I'm probably going to try and scoop up some sort of low leverage longs for Bitcoin down at whatever it goes down to, really. Okay, so that was a video about trading. So if you've enjoyed that, please do give the video a like. Do remember, if you go to savewith.crypto.org/ByBit, you can get a $4,050 bonus if you meet the deposit requirements. So you can go there, or you can use the link in the description down below. I'll let you know what happens with this anyway, so make sure you're subscribed and you've got the notifications on all. Leave a nice comment, and above all,
tell your friends.